Hi folks, I'm Brandon Reed here with my broadcast colleague Doug Turnbull. Welcome to Raceweek Illustrated Garage Talk. We've got a lot of racing action to talk about today, so let's get right to it with today's headlines. Chase Elliott outdistanced Bubba Pollard to score the win in the Racing Radio's 100 Super Late Model feature at Gresham Motorsports Park. More on that in just a moment. Jimmy Johnson gave car owner Rick Hendrick his 200th Sprint Cup victory with a win in Saturday's Southern 500 at Darlington Raceway. Joey Logano goes 2 in a row in NASCAR nationwide competition by winning the VFW Sports Clip 200 at Darlington, and Ricky Taylor and Max Angelelli pick up back-to-back Grand Am victories with a win Sunday in New Jersey. You can read more about these and more headlines at RaceweekIllustrated.com. Our lead story this week is the Racing Radio's 100 at Gresham Motorsports Park here in Jefferson, Georgia, where 19 top super late model pilots did battle for a $4,000 payday. Second-generation driver Clay Alexander, whose dad is a former winner and pole sitter himself at the Speedway, turned in fast time in qualifying with a lap at 108.440 miles per hour. But after an invert, it was Bill Elliott Racing teammates T.J. Reed and Chase Elliott making up the front row, with Bubba Pollard and Alexander making up the second row. On the drop of the green, Reed jumps out front with Elliott moving to second. Lap 14, Dalton Grindle spins off turn 4, bringing out the caution. 2 laps later, Oklahoma's Donnie Wilson spins in turn 4 and ends his night in the outside wall. The first twist in the night storyline occurs on the restart when T.J. Reed makes a big jump on the drop of the green flag. He's black flagged and has to serve a drive-through penalty, putting the Ackworth, Georgia racer a lap down. Meanwhile, Alexander moves to the lead with Stephen Nasse in second and Ben Kennedy in third. Nasse was on the move, and just a few laps later he muscles his way past Alexander to move to the top spot and checks out for most of the next 40 laps. Alexander would settle into second. Kennedy ran third. That duo would do battle over back and forth over the next several circuits. Meanwhile, Pollard and Elliott are giving chase, working to keep the leaders in sight. Lap 63, Kennedy makes the move around Alexander for second and sets sail for the leader. Elliott and Pollard would follow. Over the next 12 laps, Kennedy was on the move and closed on Nasse in lap traffic. Lap 76, Kennedy looks low on Nasse in turn 3 as the duo closes on the lap car of Jimmy Doyle. Nasse punts Doyle into Kennedy, making for a very dicey moment. Everybody holds on to what they've got, and Nasse hangs on to the lead. Lap 81, Nasse suddenly slows. His night over. That hands the lead to Kennedy with Elliott in second. Pollard runs third. 2 laps later, the caution flies again, this time for debris. With less than 20 laps to go, the next twist in the race storyline is a big one. On the restart, Ben Kennedy jumps the green. He's black flagged by race officials to serve a penalty. As the field came around, Brandon Jones and Jimmy Henderson tangled on the front stretch, resulting in a hard contact by both into the inside wall. The hit was hard enough to knock the Jersey barrier back, but both drivers were out and okay. The mess resulted in a red flag to allow crews a chance to clean the track. When racing resumed, it was Chase Elliott moving into the lead with Bubba Pollard in second. Paul Kelly moved into third. That's just the way it would stay over the closing laps as Elliott scores his second straight victory at Gresham Motorsports Park. Here's what the top 3 had to tell us after the race. Paul, great run tonight. Come home third. Tell me about your race.
We were hoping just to bring it home one piece, and that was good enough for us, and to top it off with a third, even better. So it's a brand new car. It's his first race. We learned a lot here. Had some really good help, RS Center and all the rest of the crew. Really did a really good job on this car for the last couple of days. We were a little bit in left field when we first started, but I thought we might have had something there towards the end. It was just not enough for Bubba or Chase, but we'll learn from here and take some notes down what went on and come back for the World Crown and hopefully pull it off.
Well, Bubba, you had a strong run. Looked like you might have something there at the end for Chase. Tell me about your race.
Yeah, we just we had a real good race car. We just got in the inside line right there on the beginning of the race and got so far back. This place is tough to pass. You got to have a really good race car, and we followed the 84 car forever right there, and the 96 couldn't get around him, and you know, the guys did a great job, everyone, you know, to race clean tonight, because it could have really got ugly. The racing was so tight, but you know, we picked up a vibration right there with about 15 laps into the race, and it got worse and worse and worse, and you know, wish we wouldn't have had that problem. It's hard to stay focused in the race car when you got that vibration, but you know, Chase Chase is good around here, and he's a good race car driver, and we'll go to work and get a little better.
Chase, this is starting to get to be a habit with you here at Gresham. Tell me a little bit about your race.
Well, I don't know about a habit, but we've definitely had our ups and downs here, and the past couple races have been 2 ups for us, and I think a lot of it's just kind of getting prepared for the World Crown and stuff here, especially the K&N race. That's my main focus when we come back, so definitely I feel like I learned a little bit of something tonight for that. So I had a really good race. Our AaronTenderCars.com Chevrolet was really fast, and our car wasn't perfect, but I felt like it was good enough for those short runs, and we were fortunately had a pretty good restart and was able to get out to a pretty good lead there at the end.
Now, your teammates had a little bit of issues on 2 of the restarts. You stayed clean, you stayed calm, you stayed cool, especially through those last few laps with Bubba breathing down your neck. Tell me a little bit about those closing laps.
For sure. I mean, anytime you look up and see Bubba Pollard in the mirror, he's always a good racer when it comes down to the end of the race. Seems like he always has a car there at the end, and that makes it extremely tough to race somebody. You don't know what they have because they ride all the whole race and say their stuff for them. But he's a really smart racer, and just trying to keep a consistent gap, in front of him there at the end was what I was trying to do, and unfortunately it worked out, and we're in victory lane.
How does it feel knowing that you outdistanced 2 of Georgia's great veteran drivers tonight, in Bubba and Paul Kelly?
For sure. I mean, it just shows you how hard our guys work with Ricky and everybody on the team. Everybody's done a lot of hard work over the last offseason to make our cars better, and I feel like we can definitely make some more improvements in the future. Not only on the cars but also on my end too. So I think if we can take what we learned tonight and move to the World Crown and the K&N race, I think we'll be all right.
Looking at the top 5, it was Elliott scoring the win with Pollard second, Kelly in third, Clay Alexander ran fourth, and Ben Kennedy rounds out the top 5. And joining us now is Dan Elliott, the general manager of Gresham Motorsports Park. Dan, what a great opener for the Super Late Model season.
Yeah, it was. I was excited to see the Supers come back, and I was really impressed. I really had predicted at least 20 cars. I was one short of my prediction, which one had a problem and didn't come, so I would have had my 20, but we had a very competitive field of cars. It wasn't the numbers that we're looking for as far as car numbers, but the field was ultra competitive, and that's always what you look for.
Yeah, I think there's like a half a second separating the field in one of the practice sessions, which says something because in some other divisions it was a half second between first and second. Now, Chase Elliott ended up being the winner after all that competition. Back-to-back wins, 2 different divisions here at GMP. I think that's 4, 5, 6 now in his career at this track. Talk about that.
Well, first you got to go into the qualifying speeds for the race. Chase had the fastest practice time, I think, before the rain came. Rain came, and it did change the racetrack a little bit. And I just wanted to... That was why Chase, I think, didn't qualify as well. The rains changed the track a little bit, cooled it down. May have washed a little bit of rubber off of it because we had a hard shower. And the good thing was about that shower is we didn't lose time anywhere. It came at a time that we had a break anyway, got the track dried, went on, ran the race. But you're right, Chase, they've really got their numbers together here. They do an awesome job on preparing the car, getting it ready, and the whole team, the whole organization, all 3 drivers were extremely competitive here. But you had about 6 cars, and I know you'll go through that, but had about 6 cars here that at any point in the race could have checked out, as some of them did and went on, but there were issues each time, and things just didn't turn out the way the drivers wanted them to turn out.
Now, Dan, let's move away from Saturday night just a little bit, and let's talk about the loss in the last couple of weeks of Larry Fleeman. Larry was such a great friend to this racetrack going all the way back to the Georgia International days, a huge friend of racing, not just in the state of Georgia, but throughout the Southeast, and just such a sad loss for everybody.
Larry, Russell, Amber, all of those, it's like family to me. They have become that close to me in a short period of time. I didn't know Larry that well until we came here to the track and got associated with him with U.S. Auto Sales and the Pace cars and all the things that he's done here. But I can't think of a more awesome family than the Fleeman family as a whole. Russell has gone above and beyond on anything that we call him and ask him to do. And I know why. Larry was always on the phone. You need to do this. You need to do this. You need to. And Russell, being the gentleman that he is, was always open to pretty much anything that we had and we needed him to do. But what an awesome family, and for what Larry and all the family has done for the sport of auto racing, not just here, but everywhere throughout the Southeast. And all of that was you know, you hear stories from everybody talking about all the different things he's doing. And this is the things that you usually find out about after the passing. It's not during the time that you can honor them, but what an honor it was to have him here for the Bo Slocum race, and what a thrill it was for me to have that race sponsored by them. But I'm telling you, if you see any of the family, our hearts and prayers go out to them, and all I can say is tell the family thanks, because for what they've done for auto racing, very few people have stepped up and done in the past decade or more. And that is going to be missed in future years as we go forward.
Dan, thanks for being here with us. We're going to talk to you a little bit more a little later in the show. Right now, folks, we have to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to sit down and talk with Gordon Pirkle about the upcoming 10th anniversary of the Georgia Racing Hall of Fame. You're watching Raceweek Illustrated Garage Talk. We'll be right back. Hi folks, I'm Brandon Reed from Raceweek Illustrated Garage Talk, inviting you to join me for the Georgia Racing Hall of Fame 10th anniversary celebration May 26th here at the Georgia Racing Hall of Fame in Dawsonville, Georgia. There's something on tap for all kinds of fans, as you can meet the heroes of Georgia racing with an autograph session, tour the Hall of Fame, take in the car show, the swap meet, great food, and more. That's all waiting for you at the Georgia Racing Hall of Fame in Dawsonville May 26th.